Hey everybody, in this edition of My Drive, we talk to Steve Rice from Arizona Safekeepers, cover everything Prescott Valley Outdoor Summit. Kicked Guy out of the studio again. It's going to be a great one. Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of My Drive at Cast 11 Studios. I am a lucky girl because I locked the studio door, which means Guy can't get in. But I've got awesome Steve Rice with Arizona Safekeepers here as my sidekick today. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So what we've been doing the last couple of weeks is just getting people coming in. We've got Prescott Valley Outdoor Summit on September 30th and October 1st. I always get confused because it falls across 2 months, so it messes me up every time. Is that right? September 30th and October 1st? Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Good.
I'm thinking next weekend. You're right.
Yeah, it's next weekend. So we've had a couple guests in here that are going to be kind of instrumental with Prescott Valley Outdoor Summit. You're going to be out there. What are you guys doing?
Yes, we were there last year and we had a lot of fun. So this year we're expecting it to be a lot bigger. And we're going to be bringing some of our safes out there to kind of showcase what we have. But a lot of people don't realize it, but we are so much more than just safes too. So we're going to be bringing some ReadyWise survival food, some knives, some other items that we carry at the store, some optics, and also gold and silver as we do precious metals too.
Wow. So you are definitely more than just safes.
We are a lot more.
So preppers, that's like different, like emergency food, or what is that type of stuff?
Yeah, so we carry ReadyWise survival food long term. So most of their food lasts for 25 years. We also carry Peak Refuel, which is a 5-year shelf life, but one of the best ones out there you can get. So a couple of options for the outdoors people that just want to go out for the weekend, go hunting, go camping, or those survivalists that want a long-term bucket of food that they can put in their closet and have.
Right. You said it'll last 25 years, not with my son around. He wouldn't stand a chance with him, but gosh, 25 years, that's crazy. I've always thought like we need to be more prepared. Like I do have a non-electric, what do you call that? Just a manual can opener?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And we got a bunch of canned food, but
an analog can opener.
Oh, an analog. Yeah, it's not digital at all. It's back in the olden days. It's funny, you hand those to a kid now and they're like, what is this? Like,
yeah, we tried to pull that one on our kids with the phone. Hey, try to dial this. And our oldest one did figure it out. I think he'd watched enough YouTube videos. So he kind of figured it out pretty fast.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we are super excited about Prescott Valley Outdoor Summit. Super excited to have you guys there. I'll be bopping around, checking everything out. I wanted to get into the glamping. They're going to have like glamping tents out there.
Yes.
I think that would be pretty cool. That's probably, are you more, when you go camping, are you more of like,
not
roughing
anymore.
It guy? No?
We used to, I never even camped with a tent growing up. It was just a sleeping bag on the ground.
Oh
my dad would wake me up with 2 inches of snow on us one morning, saying it was too cold, we had to go in. But not anymore.
Not anymore.
As the older we get,
older.
we're more accustomed to the camper.
Yeah, the first time my husband and I went camping, my parents went with us and not the first time, but they went with their RV. So it was our first time having an RV around, and told my husband, let's go in the RV. They've got ice cream and we're gonna have a movie and pop popcorn. He was like, no, I'm staying out here. That is not camping. This is camping. He relented and went into the RV, but now it's like we have no desire to sleep on the ground and just can't.
There's the time for that and it's fun, love it. But when you can just pull out, set up your camper, pull it in and out, and you've got the luxuries of home, I have to admit, especially in cold hunting seasons.
Oh, yep.
That's when it makes the best time to have one, is when you can just be comfortable and warm inside.
I'm a comfort seeker. Well, we are going to start seeing a lot of RVs hit our town. The Prescott, Arizona Kennel Club Dog Show will be here Thursday, the 21st from 9 to 2. They'll be here over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, Sunday, 8 to 3. That is a huge event. Those people, dog show. Are you guys dog show people? You have dogs?
We do. We have 2 French Brittany's.
So you take them to the dog show, man.
They're definitely not dog show material, but if you got lizards at your house, they'll get every single one that they can find.
I do.
They love to hunt.
Like that. I do have dogs like that. This is definitely a lifestyle, these dog shows. So you'll start seeing all those RVs transcend upon our land. We've also got the Prescott Cars and Coffee. That's going to be Friday, 8:30 to 11 at Third Shot Coffee. Official Cars and Coffee event of the Quad Cities. Going through these kind of quick because I just want to get back to the Outdoor Summit. The film festival is going to be, Tuesday the 19th, and it's going to run through Sunday the 24th, and that's at the Jim and Linda Lee Performing Arts Center. Have you been over there to the Jim and Linda Lee Performing Arts Center in Prescott? It's got a pretty nice setup over there. No, that one we haven't been
to yet.
I want to check that out. They've got a couple guests and local filmmakers will be on scene over there. And then one event that I really love is the Prescott Highland Games and the Celtic Faire. So you see everybody dressed up in those big old costumes and they're out there swinging axes and stuff. That's this Saturday and Sunday at Watson Lake.
That should be a lot of fun there.
That'll be a lot of fun. I can see if Guy were here, I'd tell him, he loves LARPing. So I would tell him to put on his big old, he's not a LARPer. So, but I think he could get into this character for sure. We have a new female motorcycle officer in Northern Arizona. She is the first one. She just graduated from the Northern Arizona Regional Training Academy in May of 2020. And now she's going to be, she's got her motorcycle training done and only 50% of those students finish. So I guess when you see those guys out there on the motorcycles and now Michelle Woods out there for the ladies out there on her motorcycle, it's a very big deal. So I like when they're not behind me. So as long as I
well, it's not CHIP, so we'd have to figure out what's the acronym for that.
So are you a California?
Something? No.
Okay.
I'm born, raised Flagstaff, Arizona.
Okay.
I'm one of the few true Arizonans you'll find. So
when I first moved here from lands outside of here, I said the CHP. And they said, that's not California Highway Patrol. It's Arizona. Was it DPS or Department?
DPS there.
Yeah. So, yeah, you tend to show your colors pretty quick from there. Volunteers install 85 smoke alarms in Prescott Valley neighborhoods. I think that's pretty cool. So Saturday, September 9th, over 20 volunteers dedicated their morning to installing smoke alarms as part of the Prescott Valley Community Smoke Alarm Walk. So I think all homes should have a smoke alarm, obviously. Carbon monoxide, I would assume, is probably up there.
If you've got the gas and stuff, yeah.
What do you think should also be in your home?
Smoke detectors are key. I just removed a safe from a customer's house 2 weeks ago who had a fire. Oh. And the whole roof toasted. It was a lightning strike. Completely burned up the whole house. Well, not completely, but they had to tear the house all the way down to the studs. We went in and got the safe out of it. Luckily, everything inside the safe was no pun intended, was safe. Made it through the fire. So besides the smoke detectors, protecting your items, and that's, inside a safe that has fire protection is big key. One of our motto, one of the things we say is, protect what matters. So whether it's something you're protecting inside the safe or outside the safe, it's what matters to you. And we have kids. So our big thing was protecting our kids from firearms. And then now, paperwork, documents, trust wills. People don't realize everything that they can put inside a safe when they have a fire.
Right. Because my first thought was guns, right? You get a safe when you own guns. But what do you need a safe for if you don't own guns? And now I'm listening to you going, duh. Yep. I mean, there's so much that should be in there.
I'm not a fan of safe deposit boxes. There's a lot of issues and problems with banks and stuff and being able to get into it.
Remember 2020, we couldn't even get into the banks when they shut down. Into it.
Yep. Yeah. There was waiting periods. And if you pass away, that safe deposit box is confiscated and inventoried before it's released.
Which is scary because if you don't know what was in there, how do we know
that your heirs are getting it out? Possibly.
Right.
But if the safe is in your house with good fire protection, you have a chance of having it there. And if you need to bug out, it's right there. You can grab it and go.
So when I think of safes too, I always think of these heavy, giant things that I'm never going to be like. So there's other options. There's not just the ones you see like in the bank vaults and stuff, right?
Correct. We carry 12 different brands of safes now.
Okay.
And we have safes everywhere from like 30 pounds or less up to 2,300 pounds in my store. So yeah, there are the smaller ones that we put a lot in. We have a lot of clientele now that don't even own guns because we have such a variety of safes. protecting their precious metals, protecting their paperwork. If we have a fire, I don't want to have to go back and have to replace my passports, my birth certificates,
Right. Got enough to worry about, right?
Yeah,
Right.
you got a lot of stuff to worry about. So just keeping that stuff protected, it means a lot.
That's smart. Because you know what? I've got a file cabinet right now. I'm thinking about open the desk drawer. There's my file cabinet. I have a little safe just because my husband has a little gun and we just, but I don't think to put all of our stuff. I just think, oh, if there's a fire, I'll just grab my file cabinet and, just walk out. And I think that's probably the last thing on your mind when there's a fire.
When you're trying to run, it's get the kids, get the dogs, get the animals, get out of the house. Oh, whoops. I forgot all this stuff that now I have to replace.
Even baby pictures and stuff, before we all had the cloud, I still have photo albums and stuff like that most people, but that's
irreplaceable. It's monetarily, there's no value to them, but irreplaceable to you personally. That means a lot. Yeah.
Just because my kids would just be like, everything's on the cloud. Your baby pictures are not on the cloud. So that's smart. So, well, I'm glad you're here because I just think of, if you have guns, you get a safe, but I forget so many other things that need to be protected. And it just made me think, like, if there's a fire, I'm not thinking like, I better grab those medical records that I have in the, my file cabinet because, that's getting burned up if there's a fire.
A couple years ago where we live, we got evacuated from a fire. When they was going through the plains up where our house is, and my wife calls me. She's like, "Hey, we're being evacuated," and I'm sitting at the store watching it. I'm like, "Oh crap! I didn't realize it was going that close to our house." And I said, "Well, everything you can't fit in the car, throw in the safe." She's like, "Wait, no, what? Oh, that's right." I'm like, "That's why we have a high quality, high fireproof safe." Wow. I said, "Pack it full, throw the rest on the car," because the sheriff was there and saying, "You got to get out." Because it's coming. So we got home and it was packed, but everything was safe in there, so. So
smart, because I'm going to tell you, we got evacuated a few years back. We live up in Antelope Meadows by Pronghorn.
That's the one I'm talking about, yep.
Yeah, they knocked on our door and I was like, "No, the fire's passed, we're good." And she goes, "Come here." And I look and it had turned and started heading back our way. So the first thing, we'd already packed the car, but I was like, I don't want to go. And then when it's all, it was a pretty short evacuation. We got waved right back home after a couple hours. And now I'm unloading the car. I've taken every picture off the wall. And it's to be smart and not have to, load everything in the car and just know everything goes in the safe and we're good to go. And
that fire just went right up luckily right around us, but it did burn up a couple places.
Yep. I lived by that yellow castle house that was out there.
We can see the castle house from our house. So,
Aren't you glad it's not yellow anymore?
It's still there, though.
It's still there. Yep. We must be very close neighbors. So we'll have to talk about that off air so everybody doesn't know where we're at. Find us. I'm very popular in the podcasting world, as you may know. Probably, no? The research guys over here telling, no, you're not.
No.
In my own mind.
Well, you probably got the magazine, the Prescott Valley North we were in.
I did. So you guys are famous now, right?
Yes.
So, yes.
Yep, I know. We have to beat off the...
Do you have signed copies with you? Do you carry them?
I know. We just have to hand out signed copies, beating off the paparazzi all the time.
Yeah, I was asked to be in that magazine a few years ago. I was like, it's too much. I can't have that kind of stardom on my shoulders. So. But no, it's a good one. Yeah, I saw that you were on there. I was going to bring that up too. Totally have forgotten about it. Well, there's that magazine. We've also got Cougar Country. Our fall issue just hit mailboxes out in Chino. So be on the lookout for that. And I would be in trouble if I didn't mention this. Sushi Poki is coming to Prescott Valley March of 2024. I'm not a sushi girl nor a poke girl, so I don't know exactly what this means, but my daughter is super excited for fresh sushi in Arizona. So apparently that's a thing.
I guess we're
it's not
go.
on. Yeah, you weren't included on that memo because I just got added. So Sushi Poki is a new restaurant. It's going to be over by Rose's in the old Flowerstone building. Apparently that's a big deal with the young kids. But I also hear they have like teriyaki chicken and rice and stuff like that. So if you're not into weird raw fish, there's other stuff.
We are. We made homemade sushi last night.
Shut up, really?
Yep, and we have a favorite place down in Glendale we go to.
Yeah, because I don't know that there's anything like that here. So I think there's
the F whatever over by the Chase.
Is it TJ Maxx?
The TJ Maxx and stuff. Yeah, they've got really good sushi poke bowls.
I'll just tell my daughter about that. She probably knows. She probably guessed, Mom, I'm aware. So, Perfect. Well, I won't see you again until Prescott Valley Outdoor Summit coming up in a week, but I will come by and see your booth and check out your safes. And we're excited to have you. And it's going to be a fun event. I think there's over 100 vendors there now. So
yeah, last year was the first year. It was pretty small. But this year, I was looking at the list last night or the other day, and they've got a lot more people. It's going to be fun. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was short notice. It was like, let's do it. You got 6 months, go. So this time they learned a lot last time, and they've had a year to put it together.
Yes.
And thank you so much for being one of the flagship, people to jump in. And I think you were even involved back in 2020 when we had talked about doing an outdoor summit. Yeah. So you were one of we were looking forward to OGs. So.
Yeah. Well, we went to the Flagstaff Summit and we knew that was big. And we're like, this is pretty fun, but we didn't want to go there and be a vendor.
Right.
It's too much to take safes in and out of that. And they have, but down here we were real excited, and we're looking forward to this year being even bigger.
Yeah. And you got to start somewhere, right? These outdoor expos, they're not giant overnight. You use a couple years and build them up. And thanks for being involved with that. And we will see you September 30th and October 1st right here right out by Findlay Toyota Center. Going to have lots of fun stuff. So
we'll be inside. There's looks like a lot of people inside, a lot of vendors this year.
Oh, good.
Too.
Yeah, last year inside was a little
quiet,
a little shaky.
This year, there's a lot of people. It looks like they pretty much have it almost filled.
Awesome. Well, it'll be a fun event. So we are looking forward to it. And thanks again for coming in. And I'll be signing off. As Guy always says, watch out for those roundabouts. See ya.